Greetings, 5th grade. Time to get out your reading materials. Please take out your Reader-Writer Workshop book and your turn practice workbook and open them up. Reader-Writer Workshop book, page 314. Pause the video if you need to. All right. Now that you have your materials out, you can look first at your Reader-Writer Workshop book. You're going to see me pulling that up on my screen. You also have the ability to log into the online reading curriculum through Connect Ed. Click on the green to-do circle and open up the assignments. The top assignment says Reader-Writer Workshop, page 314, 316, 317. That's what we're doing today. Once you see the screen, look over here. Here's a picture of Miguel in the middle. Click on this and it will open up the digital version of your Reader-Writer Workshop book. This is what I do on the smartboard sometimes at school. Here's what it looks like. Use this side arrow to go over 2 clicks to get to this page. This is actually page 314. So you can follow along. You can have this read to you. It's all about making predictions and how good readers make predictions. And then you keep reading to find out if your predictions are correct. If they're not correct, you can always revise them or change them so that they do make sense. Good readers do this pretty naturally. Then turn the page. Realistic fiction is our literature genre for today. Realistic fiction has characters and setting that could actually exist. It may have a first-person narrator, and it may include figurative language such as hyperbole and metaphor. Remember, hyperbole is extreme exaggeration, like think Paul Bunyan, and things like that. We've done some hyperbole earlier in this year. Metaphor is comparing 2 unlike things without using the word like or as. Does anybody remember what comparing 2 unlike things using the word like or as is? That's right, it's a simile. A metaphor compares 2 unlike things but does not use the words like or as. Finally, read this page, 317, about context clues and how to use context clues in the sentence to know those unfamiliar words. Once you're done reading, you'll be ready for your workbook. Remember, you can pause this video anytime. The first workbook page you're going to do looks like this. It says, Bring Lottie Home. It is actually page 203 in your turn practice workbook. Read the story. I'm pretty sure that you're going to find out that it is realistic fiction about a girl and her dog. And then you're going to do this workbook page and answer everything in complete sentences. It's going to ask you a lot about contrasting. Remember, contrasting shows how things are different. Complete sentence answers. You're going to contrast the 2 dogs in the story here. You're going to tell why Sophia changed or how Sophia changed from the beginning of the story, and then identify what causes Sophia to change. And then finally, you're going to compare 2 settings in the story, the setting of the animal shelter to the setting of Sophia's kitchen. How are they different, contrasting? The next workbook page is workbook page 206. It looks like this at the top. Our literary genre is realistic fiction. So here's some realistic fiction, really short, 1 paragraph for you to read. Notice how question number 1 has 2 question marks. That's how I know that you have to have 2 parts to your answer there. Number 2 says, write an example of figurative language. Well, if you look back at your Reader-Writer Workshop book, under Make Predictions, nope, I lied. Under realistic fiction, figurative language such as hyperbole and metaphor. Hyperbole, extreme exaggeration, and metaphor, comparing 2 unlike things, not using the word like or as, are considered figurative language. Are there any metaphors or uses of hyperbole up in here? If so, that'll come in handy for your answer here. Number 3, who is the narrator of the story, and explain how you know that. Remember, realistic fiction often has a first-person narrator, so the person will use words like I, me, or my. Keep that in mind for number 3. Number 4, Write a descriptive detail from the text that tells how Gabe felt after the spelling bee. How does this detail help you experience the text as realistic? So, first thing, descriptive detail from the text. Second thing, how does this detail help you experience the text as realistic? Meaning, what's real about this detail? How could this happen in real life? The final workbook page is Vocabulary Strategies, Context Clues on page 207. It should look like this. Read each sentence. Underline the context clues in the sentence that help you define each word in bold. Then, in your own words, write the definition of the word in bold. So you're going to underline the context clues. That might not be right. I'm just doing an example. Underline the context clues, and then you're going to write the definition of the word in bold on the line. Now, you do not have to write the definition in complete sentence. Just write the definition of the word in bold on the line and underline the context clues that help you figure it out. Remember, dictionary.com or a dictionary that you have at home can help you double check your definition of the bold word. Remember, there's some words that have multiple meanings or multiple definitions. So if you are using a dictionary, make sure you're using the proper definition of the underlined word. All right, when you're done with all of these workbook pages, I need you to prove it and turn them in by taking a picture of this page. This is page 205, where you wrote your answers, 206, where you also wrote your answers, and 207. So you'll be uploading 3 pictures. Remember to watch my video on how to upload and attach pictures in Google Classroom. Make sure you also attach them in the proper assignment. All right, if you have any questions on this assignment, I love it when you leave me Flipgrid videos asking me your questions. I love to see your face and see how you're doing. So that's my favorite way. If you don't want to do the Flipgrid, though, send me an email so that I can help you out and answer your questions. All right, that is all for today for reading class. So I hope you have a good time. See you later. Bye.